How can simple people who don't have television, don't have radio, who don't have Twitter, who don't have emails, make such an impact in the known world? How could these simple people, who you cannot say were the richest, most powerful nation in the known world, make such an impact that lives of people were so impacted that Paul does not need to say anything about these people when he traveled wherever he went. Their testimony was so strong, so powerful, so impacting that Paul never had to say to these individuals what next to do because of their heart was so impacted by him. Oh, folks, you know, when we go through this football season, no matter how much you hate the Cowboys, the testimony of the Cowboys are all around the world. You can travel anywhere you want to go, any place you want to go, and you'll hear people talking about the best team in America, the Cowboys. You see, the testimony of the Cowboys, whether they lose or win, still precedes them. But they have television. They have lots of years of a reputation. They have 5 Super Bowls. And all these things like that, that make their testimony strong. These people had nothing. These people had nothing. How could the Taliban, a little group of people in a far place, create such impact that the world stops today? Because they chose to believe in something false that killed, steal, and destroyed lives. How could these people in a desert make this impact? To the greatest and most powerful nation in the world that make us stop today. What they did was horrible. Could never call it of God. You can't put God's stamp on that. God does not kill. He does not destroy. But they would claim that and make that kind of difference. Why can't 1,600 people at Living Word create such an impact? You see, this church of Thessalonica made an impact because the impact that was made on them meant something. Oh, you can't say that they weren't busy. This was one of the most traveled ports in those times. People came through and for. That's why the testimony of this nation could make such an impact in other nations, because people came through this nation. Thessalonica was one of the ports that Rome filtered things through. So you can't say that these people did not have busy lives. You can't say they didn't have troubles in their lives. They had lots of it. So you can't come to this today and say, well, they don't have the economy we have. You can't come to it and say they don't have the struggles in my life like I have in my life. They had a bunch of it, and I will show you in the scripture that they did. You can't say that, well, they had a television ministry. They didn't have a television ministry. They didn't have a radio ministry. They did not have Twitter. They did not have emails. They didn't have anything like that. But they made an impact when none of those technologies existed. You will find today the legacy of a model church. If you ever wanted to know what Living Word is aiming at, you will find it in this book. Because there's no point in starting a church and not have a goal.